Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I was on the phone and trying to end the call, but it wasn't working out very well for me. But I'm here now, so sorry. Thank you for everybody that watched the $1,000 giveaway yesterday. If you were watching, it took a while for her to answer the door. I think I knocked 5 times and rang the doorbell once, which we had not planned on. So I was like looking at Scotty who was taping, and I'm like, what do we do if she doesn't answer? Because her car was in the driveway, or at least a car was in the driveway. Hi, Dakota. So I didn't know, do we go around and like peek in her windows, or maybe she's in the backyard suntanning or something? Hi, Justin. But luckily she came to the door, so thank you for everybody who watched that. And it is every month, so if you want to nominate somebody this month for the $1,000 giveaway, you're more than welcome to do so and send in a video of who you would like to win and why. It made you tear up, just it made me too when I watched it. She's super sweet. Ashley won. So thank you everybody who watched that. And we have a contest this Friday, which is just our regular weekly contest. And then again, every month is a $1,000 giveaway. So on the 1st of October, we will give it away again. So feel free to nominate 10 people, 20 people, one person, doesn't matter, as long as they live in Simcoe County. Okay? So I'm going to start with a question. So this question comes from Mark and Cassandra in Innisfil. So we have a family of 5, and we're considering turning the main floor of our bungalow into a huge master oasis and having all the kids in the basement. Our youngest is 12. Do you think that will hurt our resale wise down the road for our home? Hi, Maddie. It depends how big your square footage is. If, for example, you already have 3 bedrooms on the main floor, or 4 or whatever, because you mentioned did you say you have 3 kids? Or your family of 5, so you have 3 kids. So if you have however many bedrooms and you already have like an ensuite and a walk-in closet, I wouldn't do it, to be honest. But if you have like a smaller square footage, then then it kind of makes sense, instead of like these kind of little dinky, unusable rooms or like super tight rooms, to give them more space downstairs. And then whether it's somebody similar to you that buys it down the road with teenagers, or a retiree, or a single person, or just a couple with no kids, then that would work. So I would just say depending on square footage. So if you already have an ensuite and possibly a walk-in closet, I wouldn't. But if you already have an ensuite, yeah, then I wouldn't. But if you don't and everything's just tight, maybe like an older house or like a cottage conversion, then I would be fine with it. Hi, Carly. Hi, Melissa. I'm doing my wavy thing here. Thank you guys for popping in, and for those of you that saw the giveaway yesterday. So first off, if nobody's watched this before and you're on, I go over some real estate stuff. I go over some happy news and questions, so people can ask questions on the comments, or you guys can write them to me privately after. Hi, Toby. And I will answer them on this. If I get too many, I will just either call you or email you or whatever. So thank you for those people that wrote in. So the first thing I was just going to talk about was some healthcare workers in Louisiana. I think we have to like support our heroes, whether it's local or far away. So they had a stage 4 or level 4, I guess they call it, hurricane. And that's like 180 to 250 kilometer an hour winds. Which is insanity. And anyways, there was 20 healthcare workers that stayed back at a hospital for the 19 little newborns, and all of them survived, like the adults and the babies. So I thought that was super cute. We do a discount for first responders. So if you're selling your house, it's 1% off, just so you're aware. Okay, but I thought that was cute in Louisiana. Hi, Bradley. Okay. So next question is from Brock and Amanda. We have 2 kids who are good kids, but they have no interest whatsoever in saving. Do you have any pointers on how we can get them more conscious with their spending and thinking about saving for a down payment for a house? Thank you, Brock and Amanda, for writing in. I'd say it depends on their age, right? If they're like 5 and 7, I wouldn't be too worried about it. But if they're older, I always found with my sister, and actually I just did it the other day with one of my I call them little people. We went to that, I forget if it's called Swirlies or Menchie's on Bayfield, and her ice cream was like $18. And I asked the lady behind the counter, I'm like, is there vodka in that? Because $18 for an ice cream is crazy. So basically, I just told her, I'm like, if you work 1 hour at minimum wage and then they take off their dues and fees and whatever, you can't even buy this ice cream. So I just like to like show them what dollars make what and what makes sense. But then I also show them like real estate stuff. So it'll be like, if you buy a house for 400,000, you know, and in 5 years, blah blah, and you paid down the mortgage and it's gone up and whatever, as opposed to what you've spent in rent for that 4 or 5 years. So I just like to show them that, just like little things like going out to the movies, or going out for dinner, like how much it costs them if they were working hourly minimum wage somewhere, and then I like to show them real estate wise. Hi Mel, hi Dad. Let's see who else is here. Brad, I said hi to, and Toby. Oops. My nails are really hard to do stuff on this. So thank you, Brock and Amanda, for asking. I, again, do random stuff on here. So there was a new Guinness World Record. Dad, you will like this. For the oldest couple married, so he is 110 and she is 104, and they live in Ecuador. And they've been together since she was 18, married for 79 years, and the rest of the time they were dating. So I thought that was super cute, because the old couple, and they had 5 kids, and they have 41 grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and great-great-grandchildren combined. I don't know how you keep track of all that, but anyways. Another question came from Mary and Barry. I saw your money giveaway yesterday. It was very generous of you. I'm curious why you do it and where the idea came from, and if it'll happen again. Thank you, Mary. It will definitely happen again. It happens every single month. Why we do it, last year we did kid room makeovers, and I just found, instead of like doing one boy and one girl room makeovers, to be honest, not saying we won't do makeovers again, but instead of doing 2, we thought, like, why don't we spread it out and do $1,000 every month, as opposed to like 2 people getting big clumps basically of money towards our property. Hi, Kristin. So that's why we do it. And yes, it's every single month, so you can enter anybody you like. You just have to send a video submission to info@crippshomes.com. Hi, Melissa. Okay. A new study is actually showing that COVID's helping people save money. So in 2018, 42, it's the same people that did this study, not different people. Like checking the same people, I mean, that they surveyed these 2,500 people. So 42% of the people said they thought they were a good saver in 2018. And in 2020, 51% thought they were good saver. And now people are feeling that they're more frugal. So this company doesn't want you to think like frugal means cheap. It just means that you're being smart. So people said they were like growing their own vegetables. They were washing clothes at certain times that might be cheaper for their utility bills. They're turning off lights. They're selling clothes they don't wear. They're eating leftovers. I always eat leftovers. I don't know who doesn't eat leftovers, but they're eating leftovers. They're carpooling and so forth. So that was cool that people are being more money conscious since COVID and being aware of things. And oh yeah, 2/3 of people that took the survey said it's actually a compliment if somebody calls them frugal. This I found surprising. 75% of people said they would use a coupon on a first date. I personally would not do that. And yeah, I don't know. I just wouldn't do that. But anyways, so saving money. So it's good. Hi, Daniel. Just waving at people. Okay, so real estate. So I live in Barrie, so a city for those of you who don't know. I think Daniel is, actually no, that's a different Daniel. Then some that I was going to say is a Daniel that's watching from Croatia. Hi, Blair. So Barrie actually got top 6 places, affordable places to live in Ontario. So it was number 6. Number 1 was North Bay. Their average sales price is $286. Number 2 was Sudbury. Their average sales price is $297. Third was Windsor. So the first one I've been to, North Bay. I've never been to Sudbury or Windsor. Windsor, the average sales price is $383. Niagara Falls was voted number 4 of places to be affordable to live. And 5th was Peterborough. Their average was $505. And then Barrie came in 6th. And the month that they did this, our average was $570. Hi, Guylaine. So the next question comes from Sandra in Aurora. Sandra said, my sister sold with you probably 11 or 12 years ago, and now her and I are buying a new construction home in Richmond Hill, as neither of us are married or have kids, so we might as well split the bills. She said, a friend of mine said we will have to pay HST on top of our purchase price. We have not allotted for this type of extra money. Is she right? Sorry, I'm getting a call come in. Sorry, I had to press decline. So thank you, Sandra, for asking. She could be right, but if you check with your builder, so new builds have HST, commercial properties have HST, and vacant properties have HST, but your builder might have built it into the cost, so just check with them. It'll be in your fine print of all those papers that you signed, but an easier way, instead of reading through it all, is to just check with them. And same with commercial properties, there's a thing that a lawyer can have you sign basically saying you didn't pay HST and the seller didn't collect HST. So there's ways around it. So I can't answer that fully. You have to check with your paperwork, okay? But thank you for asking. Going back to Barry's affordability, not so affordable is a shed just sold in Toronto for $1.8 million. Obviously, it's like the land under the shed, not the actual shed. And it was between Dundas and Queen Street, right by Popular Park. So we should be thankful that we live in Barrie, or wherever you live, but I live in Barrie, so I'm thankful. So not 1.8 for a shed. Why do people prefer, to go north or east or what have you, but like getting out of the city? Besides price, is they get bigger homes, and the properties are bigger as well. And then you still have that close commute if you want to go to Toronto. If you wanted those like under $300,000 prices for freeholds, not counting condos and condo fees, you're going to have to go a lot further, like North Bay or Sudbury or so forth. Sorry, I'm waving again to people. Oops. Keelan, I hope you and Ron are well. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So in Barrie, in the last 24 hours, there has been 15 new listings. 2 deals have died, which means somebody didn't get financing or they didn't like the inspection or whatever. There has been 8 that have conditionally sold. 10 people sold firm, and 11 people got keys to their properties. And if it's a family of 4, I just count that as 1, okay, not as 4. And then in the last week in Barrie freeholds, there has been 49 new listings, 47 conditionally sold. So it doesn't mean that only 2 didn't sell. It means there was obviously leftovers from last week and so forth. But there was 49 new and 47 did sell. 76 sold firm, which just shows if only 49 were listed, how did 76 sell firm? It's because there's leftovers from before, okay? It's not that I'm bad at math. 162 people got keys, and 5 properties expired. And then condos in the last week in Barrie, there was 12 new listings, 3 deals died, 20 conditionally sold, 18 sold firm, and 21 families got keys to their condos. So real estate info again. So Canada counts as a G7 high terra country. So if you know what that is, basically they meet every year and they talk about like the economy and safety and energy. I had to look what the third one was. So it's France, Italy, Canada, Germany, Japan, UK, and USA. But why I'm saying that is from 2005 to 2020, they tracked real estate, and Canada came number 1, and our average growth on properties was 88%, which is amazing. So if you've been investing from 2005 to 2020, I can't even say the current year, then you're good. I'm glad you're well, Gillian, and Ron, of course. So in that time, the USA, not to be like Canada versus the USA, but they only went up 3%. So we went up 88%. It was actually 88.1. We went up 88%, and they only went up 3%. The next highest after us, actually, before I say that, from 2005 to 2015, not 20, we went up 50.5%, which was 10 times higher than any other G7 country, which is awesome for us in Canada. And what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the second closest country was Germany, and they went up 32.3%. So we went up 88, they went up, Germany went up 32, which is amazing. So they weren't even like a third of us. And when we do 2005 to 2020 as a whole, the next country was France, and they went up 4.8. And again, not dissing other places, but in 2005 to 2020, the USA went down 15.1%. I'm just saying. I didn't do the research. I'm just reporting what it says, okay? Hi, Lisa. The next question, Lisa, did you tell your friend about that property? It actually sold. It was listed for $629 and sold for $7,035 today, which is 510 Lakeshore. Thanks, Melanie. Hi, Connie. I hope you're well up in Muskoka. Okay. So next question, Tanya wrote from Barrie. She said, this is an off-topic question, but I'm a traveler and I know you are too. What is your favorite spot in the world, and where do you think the first destination is you will go when this is all over? Thank you, Tanya, for asking. To be honest, I don't have a favorite place. I know that's not the answer probably you're looking for, like you want me to say Italy or Croatia or wherever. But I don't have a favorite spot. I actually have this brick wall in my office, which I'm at home right now. But in my office, I have the same brick wall. And I have a sign that says I'm in love with places I've never been and people I've never met. So I just like going and experience and meeting people, and I shop and I eat well and I sleep more, and I like explore and I get massages and so forth. So I like many places. I like typical places. I like not typical places where people are like, why are you going there? I like all variety. I don't like always the same. And as for where I will go first, I don't know because it depends when it happens. I was supposed to have a lot of conferences this year and be away. So it just kind of depends. If it's like, oh, November 1st, you can travel again, I'd look on my bulletin board and see where I'm supposed to be November 1st. So I don't actually know. So sorry, that's not as exciting as you might want. Yes, it is awesome, Lisa. They're very happy. I forget how many offers there were on that one. 5 or 7 or something like that. But yeah, it's the log house. It's super pretty and it's sold. Same with last night. We did a townhouse in Newmarket, listed $599, sold $643, $500. So everything is well and awesome. So thank you, Tanya, for writing in. So let's back to real estate. Not as many people deferred as people might have thought. So less than a fifth of Canadians deferred. And again, some of them did 3 months, some of them did 6 months. So obviously the 3 months is up, but the 6 months is coming up eventually for those of you who deferred. So in ESSA, in the last 7 days, there has been 5 new listings. 1 deal fell apart, 2 conditionally sold, 8 sold firm, and 22 people got their keys, and then 1 person dropped their price. And I said ESSA, right? That was ESSA. And in Innisfil, there was 12 new listings, 9 conditionally sold, 18 sold firm, and 32 people got their keys. 6 people decreased their price, and 1 listing expired. And when deals die, when I say about deals dying, they do get their deposit back, just so you know, okay? So if they put their $5,000 down or 10 or whatever, they do get that back in that 5 days or 3 days or whatever the window is. So if, for example, you have a rental property in Barrie and you're thinking about COVID and you're like, oh, COVID and rental properties, I think you should be thankful you do not have a rental property in Toronto. I have one in Toronto, and it's basically been the only one not really rented throughout COVID. It's rented the odd occasional time. However, the number of rentals in Toronto last month was up 82% over last year, the exact same month. There was over 8,300 new listings, which is crazy for 1 month. 4,400 and change did rent, but that still leaves, over 4,000. They're just sitting there. So just be happy you do not own a rental property in Toronto, because it sucks, because then that obviously drives down the price because there's tons of competition. So that is good. Hopefully you guys don't own them. The next question is from Stephanie and Aurelia. Kristin, I have a simple question. What is your pet peeve? Thank you, Stephanie, for asking. I don't like rude people. I don't like smoking. I don't know if that's really a pet peeve, but I don't like it. And I don't like people, not like people, I don't want people to live their lives through somebody else. And they say, like, I live vicariously through you, or, you know, they watch somebody on the sidelines, they don't go after their own. So I don't like that. I want them to go after their dreams. I also don't like when people say, you know, I'll wait for retirement, just because, God forbid, they don't get to retirement or whatever. So I don't like that. And I don't like when people put themselves on the back burner and, you know, it's all about their kids. And I obviously think it's great to be about your kids, but I also think you can care about yourself and, you know, nurture your own dreams and stuff as well. And I think that's a good example for your kids. So that's kind of a long-winded answer to what my pet peeves are. But thank you for asking. So Oro, as you can tell, I jump around a lot. Oro in the last 7 days has had 14 new listings. 2 deals have died. 13 conditionally sold, 24 sold firm. Hi, Erica. 36 people got keys to their properties in Oro in the last 7 days. 9 prices decreased and 4 prices went up. A lot of people think and say to me, like, oh, we can put our price down, but we can't put it up. You actually can put it up. So sometimes right now in this market with bidding wars, let's just say somebody listed for $4.99, but they wanted $5.70, for example, or $5.20 or whatever their number is. If they don't get the number that they want, they could cancel and relist it, and they could list it at the same price again, or they could actually put it up. So it's not true that you can only go down, you can't go up. You can actually go up. So that's why those people went up. 4 people went up, and 9 people went down in price. So in Springwater in the last 7 days, there was 10 new listings and 12 conditionally sold. Again, how can 12 conditionally sell if only 10 were listed? But there's obviously leftover listings from the weeks before. 10 sold firm, and 15 people got keys to their properties. 3 listings expired and 1 canceled. That was in Springwater. If money is not an issue for you, you know, I was saying before about the top 6 places affordability-wise you could live in Ontario. If money's not an issue and you have lots of money, there's a house on Bridle Path in Toronto, number 32, I believe. No, number 71, I lied. 32 is how much it costs. $32 million it costs. There's over 35,000 square feet, and it has 9 bedrooms and 13 bathrooms. I do not understand why you need all those bathrooms with that amount of bedrooms. Hi, Dwayne. But anyways, so I'm just saying, yeah, if you're not conscious about your bank account. Or there is some land in Algonquin. It doesn't even have a house on it. It has 1,600 acres. It has waterfront, and it is $16.9 million. Or Lake Rosso, you could get $18 million for a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, which to me is insane. Like, if you're going to spend $18 million, at least get all those bathrooms and excessiveness. But 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom seems pretty normal to me, minus the $18 million price tag. And then the closest expensive stuff to us is on Ridge Road, and it's 17.5 acres, and it has 726 feet of frontage, and it's 17.8 million. 12.8 million. It has 7 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms if you have lots of moolah. And there is a bar in the Bahamas. I don't know if you've been to certain places, and they have like dollar bills. So sometimes it's like where the people live. If they're, say it's a destination somewhere, and they'll be like, oh, I'm from Bermuda and I put my dollar up here. I'm from Portugal and I put my euro or whatever it is. Don't quote me if I did that wrong. But so basically this bar, they took down all of the money that's been on the walls, and it's literally like layers, kind of like wallpaper. And there was over $15,000, and they donated it to hurricane relief. So that was really cool. And then they can have a renovation after. Hi, Megan. I didn't see you at the birthday party the other weekend. You missed it. And then just randomness on paper bags. I know it sounds weird, but you know how like some places in Barrie, they charge you 5 cents. In Vancouver, there's a store that they don't want you, it's a supermarket, they don't want you to use plastic bags. So they actually have imprinted on them all. So some of them have like XXX video because people don't want to carry on all these XX video bags. Other ones, they have like, it says colon check or something. And the other ones say wart remedy. So I just thought it was cute and funny to help save the environment. And there was a survey about people working from home. 48% of people actually said, like since COVID, that they would take a pay cut if they could work from home. 66% said that they like saving on gas and wear and tear on their car and so forth. 56% liked that they had more family time working at home, and 45% said they were happier. So that's great. 37% said they were more effective. Hi, Janny. Hi, Megan. 56% liked that they could wear whatever they want. I always wear my house coat, to be honest, when I'm home, minus right now because I know I'm going to be on video. But as soon as I get home, even if I have like an hour gap in between the day, I'll put my house coat on and then change when I have to go out again. So 56% of people like me like that. And 46% of people like to be close to the kitchen. They didn't say if it was for healthiness wise or just convenience or whatever. But that is my real estate update with happy news and answering questions. Hope you guys are amazing. And again, feel free to enter anybody in this next month's contest for a $1,000 giveaway. You just have to email a video submission, just kind of like I'm making right now, and say, hi, my name's Kristin. I want to nominate Josh for his great dad skills or haircutting skills or being a kind neighbor or whatever. And that is that, and send it to info@crippshomes.com. Thank you very much and have an awesome night.